The only thing Christianity cannot be is moderately important, C.S. Lewis once remarked. This leads us to a profound question: do you understand the divine purpose that God has for you? Imagine if someone approached you today and asked, "What is your name?" Followed by, "What is your purpose?" Could you confidently declare, "I know precisely why God placed me on this earth. I know the mission He has designed for my life"? This is the essence of our journey, a journey of discovering and embracing the unique calling that God has woven into our very being. Remember, each of us is crafted with intent and significance, much like the intricate stories in Lewis's novels, where every character, no matter how small, plays a pivotal role in the grand narrative. So, I invite you to stay with us as we delve deeper into understanding this divine purpose. If this resonates with you, please like and comment below, and let's continue this exploration together. We often find ourselves wrestling with profound questions about our existence. Why am I here? What is my purpose? Does God have a plan for me? These questions echo the deep longing within our souls for meaning and direction. Have you ever paused to wonder why these thoughts persistently tug at your heart? Our search for purpose often leads us to seek validation from external sources, yearning for approval and direction from others. However, true purpose cannot be found in the opinions of those around us. As the Bible reminds us, for God is working in you, instilling the desire and power to do what pleases Him. C.S. Lewis, in his profound wisdom, emphasized that our calling is not something external but an inner working of God within our hearts. When people come to me asking, "What do you think is God's plan for my life?" I always direct them inward. What ignites a passion within you? What dreams and ideas bring you a sense of fulfillment? Lewis once said, "The only thing Christianity cannot be is moderately important." This highlights that our divine purpose is of utmost importance, a calling that stirs from within and cannot be ignored. Reflect on this as we journey together to uncover the depths of God's plan for your life. Let me hear a blessed from you all. So here's what I want you to understand deeply, regardless of your age, no matter if you are young and full of dreams or older with a past full of memories, God's plan and purpose for your life remain steadfast. It doesn't matter whether you have a history of perfect choices or have stumbled along the way, making mistakes and facing regrets. Each of us is part of a divine blueprint, a unique story written by God Himself. C.S. Lewis eloquently noted, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream." Have you ever felt that your past missteps disqualified you from a meaningful future? Or perhaps you wonder if it's too late to start anew, to seek out God's purpose for your life. These feelings of doubt and uncertainty are natural, but they are also lies that can hinder you from experiencing the fullness of God's plan. In fact, apart from the moment you discover and accept Jesus Christ as your Savior, understanding and embracing God's purpose for your life might be the most crucial conversation you will ever have. This is a call to dig deep, to reflect on your journey, and to recognize that every experience, every joy, and every pain has been a part of preparing you for what lies ahead. God's purpose transcends our earthly understanding, weaving our past, present, and future into a beautiful tapestry of redemption and hope. You are not defined by your mistakes, but by the relentless love and grace of a Savior who sees your potential and calls you to a higher purpose. Stay with me on this journey of discovery and faith. Let's delve into these truths together, uncovering the divine plan that God has for each of us. If this message resonates with your heart, please take a moment to reflect, share your thoughts in the comments, and let's continue this profound conversation in the next segment. Your purpose awaits, and together, we will find it. Matter of fact, I would even say to those raising children right now that instead of asking your child what they want to be when they grow up, you ought to be asking them, "Hey, I wonder what it is that God created you to be. What's your purpose in life?" You may have taken all the tests and know what your numbers say and what your skill sets will equip you to do really well. Well, that's wonderful. That's great. Those things are phenomenal. But the question is, what's God want you to do? In a world driven by the pursuit of careers and the accumulation of wealth, it's easy to lose sight of a deeper truth: our purpose transcends our professional endeavors. Have you ever pondered what your life would look like if your career was merely the backdrop, not the focal point of your existence? C.S. Lewis once wrote, "Aim at heaven and you will get earth thrown in. Aim at earth and you get neither." This perspective invites us to shift our focus from the transient rewards of career success to the eternal significance of living out our God-given purpose. Our culture often equates success with the size of our paychecks, but what if our true calling lies in the impact we make on others and the legacy we leave behind? As Christians, we are uniquely crafted in God's image, imbued with qualities and gifts that only we can offer the world. The Bible reminds us that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, each of us a unique reflection of God's creativity. Your career is important, but it is not the sum total of who you are. It is merely the background against which the real story of your life unfolds, a story of purpose, love, and service. Imagine how different our lives would be if we pursued our divine purpose with the same vigor we chase career success. Stay with us as we delve deeper into how you can align your life with God's greater purpose. In the quiet moments of self-reflection, one may ponder, what unique talents and abilities lie within me? We often overlook the divine gifts bestowed upon us. Yet these are the very keys to our purpose. As C.S. Lewis eloquently put it, the task of the modern educator is not to cut down jungles, but to irrigate deserts. Have you ever wondered what it means to nurture and cultivate the gifts God has planted within you? God has tailored your abilities uniquely for you, guiding you toward your true calling. 1 Peter 4 verse 10 reminds us, God has given each of you a gift from His great variety of spiritual gifts. Use them well to serve one another. Reflect on the blend of passion, personality, and experiences that shape your life. God uses these elements to direct you to the mission He has designed for you. Proverbs 18 verse 16 assures us, a man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. Your gift, that thing you do with effortless excellence, is your divine calling. Are you embracing this gift or running away from it? It's time to identify and embrace it, for in doing so, you align yourself with the purpose God has set before you. Stay with us as we delve deeper into uncovering and utilizing these divine gifts. Have you ever wondered why certain tasks come effortlessly to you, while others find them challenging? This ease is no coincidence, but rather a divine orchestration. As God has created each of us with a unique purpose, He endowed us with specific abilities that flow naturally. It's that thing you do effortlessly, something that feels almost second nature. For some, it's music; for others, it's organization or teaching. This innate talent is a God-given ability, a gift He pre-positioned within us to fulfill our life's purpose. C.S. Lewis once remarked, the task of the modern educator is not to cut down jungles, but to irrigate deserts, highlighting the need to nurture these inherent gifts. Why do you think you possess these abilities? It's because God knew your assignment. He understood the unique path you would walk and equipped you accordingly, setting you apart with distinct talents and capabilities. In Romans 12 verse 6 to 8, Paul emphasizes we have different gifts, according to the grace given to each of us. If your gift is prophesying, then prophesy in accordance with your faith. If it is serving, then serve. If it is teaching, then teach. If it is to encourage, then give encouragement. If it is giving, then give generously. If it is to lead, do it diligently. If it is to show mercy, do it cheerfully. This passage underscores the diversity of our gifts, each bestowed by grace, meant to be used for the glory of God and the benefit of others. Reflect on your unique talents and consider how they align with your purpose. Embrace and cultivate these gifts, knowing they are part of God's grand design for your life. Stay with us as we delve deeper into understanding and utilizing these divine endowments. Our abilities and talents are not products of our own making, but rather gifts bestowed upon us by a higher power. Have you ever wondered why you possess certain strengths and inclinations? This is the divine design at work, uniquely wiring us to become individuals we could never be on our own. C.S. Lewis so eloquently stated, God created things which had free will. That means creatures which can go wrong or right. This profound insight invites us to reflect on our purpose and potential. Rather than relying solely on tests or self-assessment to discover our spiritual gifts, we must immerse ourselves in a community where our strengths can be observed and nurtured. What feedback have you received from those around you? What qualities do others consistently recognize in you? This is where the beauty of fellowship comes into play, where others can help illuminate our paths and draw out the gifts we may not even realize we possess. Embrace the voices of your community as they reveal the unique contributions you are meant to make. If this resonates with you, consider how you might engage more deeply with those around you to discover your God-given gifts. In the quiet moments of introspection, we often grapple with the question, what am I truly meant to do? Have you ever found yourself lost in the maze of your abilities and potential, unsure of how they fit into the grand tapestry of life? It's comforting to remember that by God's grace, each of us has something extraordinary to offer. This purpose, like a hidden gem, often lies within our natural abilities and unique traits. Reflecting on Psalm 139, which tells us we were knit in our mother's womb, we realize our individuality is by divine design. C.S. Lewis eloquently noted that God designed the human machine to run on himself, suggesting our purpose and fulfillment are intricately linked to our Creator. Your distinct DNA, your singular way of thinking, feeling, and processing, all contribute to a unique purpose only you can fulfill. The natural talents and spiritual gifts bestowed upon you are tools specifically crafted for your divine mission. In the embrace of community and faith, let these tools be owned, and let your life be a testament to God's intricate design and boundless grace. Isn't it intriguing how our greatest struggles often become the very tools for our growth and purpose? Reflecting on this, one might wonder how their own trials have shaped their path. Each of us is uniquely equipped with talents, spiritual gifts, and life experiences, both joyous and painful. These elements are intricately designed by the Creator to fulfill our specific purpose. Our journey back to God reveals that He is the master craftsman, providing everything we need within our own unique box to succeed in our mission. Therefore, we need not covet what others possess, for their gifts are meant for their path, just as ours are for us. Embrace your own box with its distinctive contents, crafted by God to help you achieve your divine calling. As we explore this further, consider how your own experiences have prepared you for your purpose. In his profound musings, a renowned Christian writer once conveyed the idea that the true measure of our lives lies in embracing our unique purpose. Have you ever felt overwhelmed, burdened by the weight of expectations that don't seem to fit? Perhaps this is because you're living a life designed for someone else. Our lives can feel unbearably heavy and painfully fast when we stray from the path meant for us. But consider this: you were intricately crafted for a specific purpose, one that only you can fulfill. When you surrender your life to God, He reveals how to authentically be yourself, guiding you to a life of true fulfillment. God's design for each of us is unique, meant to be distinct from the journeys of others. Following someone else's path can lead to confusion and dissatisfaction. The journey of discovering your purpose is a deeply personal one, marked by introspection and faith. As it is written, He knew you before you were born, forming you with intention and love. Reflect on your own life. Are you walking in the purpose meant for you? Or are you trying to fit into someone else's shoes? C.S. Lewis once reflected, there is no uncreated being except God. God has no opposite. This profound truth resonates deeply when we consider the boundless power and mercy of our Creator. Have you ever felt burdened by sin, lost in prayer, or overwhelmed by life's challenges? In these moments, remember that there is no sin too great for God's forgiveness, no prayer too small for His attention, and no soul beyond His saving grace. Reflect on the story of Lewis's own transformation, from skeptic to one of Christianity's greatest defenders, and see how God's plan unfolds uniquely for each of us. Whether you are grappling with personal struggles or seeking purpose, know that God has a marvelous plan for your life, tailored to guide you through every storm and every joy. Embrace this truth and let it fill you with hope and courage. If you find solace in this message, please like and share your thoughts below. Stay with us as we continue to